What's up, Rube? It's Little Big Robots back with a video. I don't know if it'd be quick or not. I doubt it. Today I'm going to be doing a little unboxing backlog thingy. And so it could take a while. So if you're maybe put on some homework or something, and you can hear my cat in the background playing in the box that I just pulled all this out of. Grab yourself some coffee or a drink or something like that. And I'm going to kind of go through what I'm describing as my unboxing backlog, stuff that I've got in boxes, and honestly, because we have so much less space now, I need to just open and pack away. So I do have some stuff in here like this which is not needing to be unboxed. This is stuff that we've built and probably even put on the channel. These are the Twice, the K-pop group, K-pop girl group. This is their model kits. We've already done those. Set that aside. This Billie Eilish figure I got for $5 or something from Best Buy. It wasn't bad. The presentation and stuff wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. I'm not familiar with Billie Eilish at all, other than I know who she is, and she's a singer, and she seems very popular. It's kind of a cool idea. I think actually of her figures, I wanted the one in the yellow coat more. It looked a little more cool. This one was covered in a goop, which might be kind of fun. So I'll probably go ahead and throw the box away and chop the figure up for parts, the head, stuff like that. It's an interesting figure. These guys I got, I think 3 for 1. I think I might even have 4 of these, where you, kind of like an army builder, similar to that, but not totally. And they're really, really a good droid figure. It's one of my favorite ones. The black, slick black ones from, I think it was, I don't know Star Wars that well, so forgive me, but it was from Mandalorian. Those, they're like slick black looking. I can't remember what where Luke is squishing them, those were great. These, I just like the spindly look. I think I've already talked about these on a video before. I'm sure I have. They can, one of the problems with these is the feet don't do very well hold them up, so get yourself some stands. I'm still looking for some stands for all these Black Series characters I've got. I'll probably they're playing in that box. I'll probably end up I've got to search through my current stands because I could already have some for this Black Series. I'm going to try to set all the stuff on the side here. Can't forget the gun, that's for sure. I always forget that little stuff. I never used the guns for anything. Let me set that there. In fact, what I need is another box, but the cats have stolen. I'm going to throw all the trash to the side. I'll go ahead and take the Billie Eilish real quick and get rid of the box. It's not something that'll be... I don't save stuff for, like, value. I don't, like, buy a box. Very, very rare things that I will. But I don't typically, buy stuff like that. So here's the character. Like I said, I have a full review of it way earlier on the channel when I first started doing toys. In case you don't know, I did mostly games for the longest times, and then I switched to toys. This rubber part, her rubber dress, is like sticky. See if we can get a good view of that. It just holds on to lint and dust and stuff. But see, it's kind of a cool character. Pull them wings off and use it. You can use that body or that head. It's a cool for parts, not bad at all. Let's throw her to the side. I'm going to organize this for a second. Here we go. Okay. Let's throw all our paperwork. Actually, there's this little... I believe this was... They provided us... Oops, sorry. I believe they provided a stand, which I remember finding very interesting. Put all that there. They're having a good old time over there playing. See, and it had this cool display, which I actually might save. I'm trying to save a lot of these display things that come with the Transformers and stuff because you can take nice photos with them. For your toy photography. It's pretty cool. So I'm going to save that. Let's set that there. This I'll recycle, of course. This guy here I got at a game shop that was closing down or selling out a lot of its toy stuff. It was going to do all games, I guess. And it's one of those moments when you walk in, you hit pay dirt. Actually, where's the... Oh, here he is, here. I can't remember what goes there. Can't remember what part goes there, but there's the body, I believe. Maybe that's... maybe I'm missing the whole thing. But anyway, yeah, there's the body. that goes on top. This is a great old figure that I got for $5. They had several of them there, and in hindsight, I should have bought more, a lot more. Like bought them all, just because they were just getting rid of them. But I like I always say, I like to keep a little something left for the next person coming in, because then they get to have a little fun surprise like I do when they found something cool for cheap. But this is a great old kind of vintage-ish figure. I don't remember what year it is. That's a good one. So I'll take that out, throw the box away. This lady, you find her all the time, dirt cheap. It's a good figure, great for parts, unless you're collecting, of course. A lot of these lines, like the Power Rangers and stuff, they sell so many of them. They have so many of them that I've watched videos of people who own I'm not caring about the package. I'm going to tear the package. Who basically own like online stores, eBay stores, and they will wait for figures like this. If they're not doing real well, they'll just wait for them to go on sale and buy them out, buy all of them, and put them for $3 on their shop or something to make, $1 profit or something. That's a good background, see? So I'm going to save that one. Cool figure. I have nothing wrong with this figure. But I imagine that the bright pink, some collectors are weird about stuff like that and don't want a bright pink toy or something. I don't know. I love pink. It's a great color. She comes with some extra hands. Lots of cool stuff. Let's pop her out. So as usual with any figure these days, great articulation, can move a lot. The skirt might be something you can use on another character. Can do, I believe, a double bend. Yeah, so extra parts. This is a great character for extra parts. I think that was like $5 or something. And all the extra hands are good too. Pop all this crap out of here. She's got a nice, pop this out. Throw that away. So she's got all this extra stuff. Even $5 just for the extra bits. And this nice extra head. So that alone's pretty cool. Not bad. So let me put that to the side. Now this guy was actually saving me, because I did, like, all these Dungeons and Dragons figures here. They did eventually go so cheap. I bet you could even find them cheaper than that. Toy Addicts in San Diego here, I think, had them for even cheaper than that. Great figures. I think a lot of people were so hyped about them because they were based on this cartoon we saw as a kid, people my age saw as a kid, and they wanted them. And then collectors who were younger, who didn't grow up on them, wanted to get them because, anything that seems like the next hot thing, everybody jumps on, which is not something I do in collecting. I don't want to buy stuff that because I think it's going to be the hot thing, but that's me. Oh, this has got a nice background. Look at that. That's cool. I didn't know I had this. Oh, this would be great. See, look, for photos and stuff. I guess is it one page? I guess so. Oh, it folds out. Look at that. That's like the Dungeon Master screen. Hey, that's going to be very handy. And then you have this D&D thing on the back, so I'll definitely be keeping that. That's really cool. Anything like that for photos is cool. You gotta make sure you're not missing anything with these guys. I actually really like this paper packaging. I like the plastic-free packaging. I'm not that kind of a collector, so I'm cool if it doesn't look the greatest, like the face sculpt and stuff. I'm just like, whatever. He's interesting. Again, you're getting, this is what I think I ended up spending 15 or something on the two of them, and they were 45 before. And you're getting something interesting that you could pop his head off and use it on another fig or something. That would be interesting. But I really like this plastic-free stuff. It just, the paper feels a bit more, I don't know, archival or something. Kind of cool. But you get these dice, which are cool to have these dice. And the cats love to play with them, but it's a little unsafe with that one. This one I could probably let them play with. But they're cool-looking dice, if you're a D&D player. I'm going to throw the papers away. I'm trying to get my cat to not attack everything. Let's see. So this is the evil guy, basically, from D&D. It's an interesting fig. Interesting character as well. He had this weird side horn. So there you go, I'm not going to get too much into him. But he had these cool wings that you would pop on. Like that. But those wings, of course, you could see using that on something else. some nice effects parts. And so again, for $15, I got, you know, some really cool additional stuff. You put that there. I'm trying to keep all this stuff. You've seen her before. I've covered her before, so I probably won't unbox her. I will unbox her, but off the camera, because you've seen her before. I've covered actually doing her before. This I've covered before, but is one of my favorite characters of all time. I'm not a Power Rangers guy again, but what's cool about Power Rangers is it's that, what is that called? You know, the genre of that Power Rangers is where they're basically, you know, giant monsters versus people in suits, giant robots and stuff. It's a very fun genre, but not my favorite. Because it's a bit goofy, but at the same time I really like the costumes and stuff. This is Guy, and he's absolutely fantastic. I love, I got 3 of these now, and I'm going to take one of them and just cover them in wash and see what it does. This is a fun little additional, you get some effects parts, you get this cool eye thing. So this is a really, I think these are now $10-12 you can grab them. And I bet you can get them even cheaper in other places. So that's a great fig for fun, you know. These guys I've covered a lot. I'm going to unbox them, but the crab suit and the amp suit, you can now get them down to $15. Sorry about the shaky cam. It's connected to the table. I had to move in here temporarily to unbox all this. You can now get these for $15. I saw this one, I think was $12 at some point, and this is a fantastic toy just for the extra arms. I took mine apart and it just left the sub, took all the arms off. That works really well. So this is great for parts. Since I've covered that in a review, I'm not going to unbox it here. I will unbox it afterwards. Of course, I've covered this a billion times. These guys are great mecha. You could take the arms off easily and have just a bipedal bot thing. You could paint that screen, that glass, to where you couldn't see inside, and so it would be kind of scale agnostic. It's a really great figure, but again, you can get those for dirt cheap. My brother got me some Star Blazers kits because we grew up on Star Blazers as kids. This is the redo. I built one of them. I'm going to build this one. Model kits I'm not covering because I have a whole section. Maybe I'll try and put a photo up in here somewhere of my model kits. I probably have about 40 kits that I'm slowly working my way through building. So that doesn't really count. Like this Phasma, I'm going to keep because I love that character. I love that actress so much. Brianna Tarth is one of my favorite characters of all time. I don't keep Pops, but I'll keep that one probably. That doesn't really need an unboxing. These things too, you've seen me cover. These are basically 1/60th scale. This is called the World of Avatar, I believe. And World of Pandora. And it's all these kind of miniaturized versions. You can get, you know, they're small, like you can have the whole world on your desktop. It's really a neat setup. What I'm curious is if this is my aquarium safe, because I'll bet you some people are putting these things in their aquarium. I don't know if they are or not, but those are really, really cool. Again, I'm not really going to unbox stuff that I've shown a million times. These Fortnites are great. You've seen me cover these a billion times. These you get down to $5. You know, I love this packaging. I prefer it without the window, because if you look at the window, you see how empty it is in there. Without the window, it's like you've got more of a, it feels like a toy package. I absolutely love this character, the sculpt. I love everything about the Fortnite figures. They're just stylized to the perfect point to me. So I've unboxed these a million times. I'll do it off camera because, again, that'll take your sweet time too much. This is the Prodigy robot. I've covered him before. He's fantastic. But he is still around $11 a pop. So I'm waiting for them to, you know, go down to $3 and $4. This is a great army builder type of bot. What's great, you also get this cool computer little like thing here. Oops. Just little accessories like this. If you can get a bot that has stuff like this, it folds up into a case. If you can get stuff like this as part of a $3 or $4 bot and a little phaser data pad thing, then that's great. The bot itself is fantastic. I really like the design, but it needs a wash really bad. And if you get 3 or 4 of them, cool. And then it has a cool Star Trek insignia communicator, whatever, stand that actually works okay. So anytime you get an extra stand as well, that's great. So I love those. I'm going to throw that away. It comes with these cards. I'm not sure what that is. I forget. I mean, all the characters are really, really... I love the designs. I got her. I don't have him yet, this big guy. He would be cool. But I'll need to pick that up. These were fun. They were selling them for $24 at Targets and stuff. Honestly, they're nowhere worth $24. I might sound a little spoiled there, but they make them so cheaply. $24 for this little... This is almost a gotcha toy. I got several of these for like $3 and stuff. When I checked out at Target, I went through the checkout. Pull all this down here. And the price didn't come up because they were basically discontinuing these guys, or getting rid of them, I guess. And the little little cashier girl, I was like, "Hey, how much is this?" And she said, "I don't know. What do you think?" I said, "How about $3?" She's like, "Sure." So just secret, if you ever have something that doesn't come up when you boop it, and you go up to the store, the scanner, and you go boop to see what price is it. If it comes up as like non-existent, go to the front, find one of those self-checkouts where it's being kind of observed or overlooked by a see, you get some arms for a Build-A-Figure by like a young kid who just doesn't care about this stuff. They're on their iPhone, they're sitting up there. Don't go get like an older lady who looks like the manager. I've made that mistake before, and she tried to look it up, and well, I don't know if we can sell it to you because it's not coming up on the record and that kind of thing. And you're just like, oh my god. So these are fun little figures, but $24 for this is literally like a gachapon figure. I think they're down now. If you can still find them, they make 3 or 4. Zaku and stuff like that, but they're fun. It's really cool. Kind of reminds me of those ones you get in a gacha kit, and you build them with the inner frame and everything. This guy again, I got him probably $3, $5. I don't remember how much he was. He's the Bring Me the Baby, played by the director, actor. I'm forgetting his name for some reason. He's got that distinctive voice. Just a side note, if you ever want to watch any of his films, the only one that I really ever kind of sat through for long, because he's kind of does some weird stuff, is the one about, I think it's called Grizzly Man. And it's one about the guy who would hang out with grizzlies, like he thought that he was their buddy. This blonde guy, like here in California. No, it was Alaska. And just kind of a dumb guy, like, thinking he was the one who could speak to grizzlies, I guess. And in the end, see, look at all these cool little parts you get and stuff. In the end, he got ate by grizzlies, and there's audio, not a video, but an audio recording of it. And he listens to it. In this director who plays this character in this show, the real life director, listened to the audio tape, and he just was shaking. He was like, "Get rid of this tape, it's evil." But the face sculpt, I think, is really, really good. But again, if you grab one of these, now I'm not saying you should buy all these just to throw in a pile. You do want to have a use for them. And what I'm doing right now in my new place, especially because room is much more at a premium and we don't have as much space now, is I'm trying to finally get it to where I have everything broken down to basically its component parts, so that when I want to build a bar or like a spaceship about the size of what you're seeing here, a couple stories, I want to build one and put characters in it and take toy photography and have fun with it that way. So you can get some extra little bits. That is right here. Sorry, I don't know if you saw The Mandalorian. That is like the detector for the baby. At the time they were calling him the child, which I think is kind of interesting. This was basically a tool to where they kept the latinum. What was it called? Latinum. That's Star Trek. They were keeping the metal that Mando wanted. They were keeping his payment in this. He set it down and went and like pulled this up or whatever, and there's the metal payments, which I guess were these. These were like stacks of the metal payments, and those go in there. So that alone is a fun. You could, for $3, I would probably buy that just to have that sitting on my shelf in my space bar or something. It's a really cool idea. So that guy's not bad. We'll go on my figure pile. This was a funny little. I just grabbed this at a half price books for a few dollars. Half price books. I don't know if they have them here in California. They did in Texas, and what they were was literally a store of half price books. So you would get discounted books. It's great for readers like me, although I use digital, like a tablet, to read a lot, like a Kindle. See, like that. That's kind of a fun background I'll save. See that? Although I use like a Kindle, I like physical books still. So, ooh, this is fun. Look at this. You get a little cat tree background, which would be handy. You get all these cats, which again, for a couple dollars, you get some good cats. It's never a bad idea to have little cats. And then this crazy cat lady. So she's, of course, not articulated much. She is. This is, I think, the same people. Is this not made by? No, this. I thought this was Super 7. Archie McPhee. That's right. Archie McPhee is kind of like a silly toy company in a lot of ways. And so if you ever see Archie McPhee, silly stuff like that. These guys I'm going to do a separate video on. These are absolutely beautiful. You know, I guess what you'd call like, I call them action figures. This is an action figure. I know that a doll has real cloth, but some of my action figures have a real cloth parts, capes, Luke Skywalker stuff, I guess. But the posability and the details on these guys. This is my favorite. Okoye is probably one of my favorite characters of all in the Avengers universe because A, she's beautiful, of course, it doesn't hurt. But I like characters who just use like their wits, their abilities, like an Iron Man, a Captain America. Of course, Iron Man has tech, but you know what I'm saying. I don't necessarily care for like the Thors and stuff like that. I like this kind of thing. And then of course she's got the great printing on the dress. So I'll probably be doing a separate video for that because we have covered dolls a lot on the channel with my wife, so I'm going to save those. This was fun, $4, and I think it was actually more like $2.50 because I had a coupon or whatever at Barnes & Noble. If you ever go to Barnes & Noble, look in their, always look in their discount section, like where they have discount books. They'll often have these discounted toys as well. And while I'm not a Playmobil guy, this is fun. Just to have the little shelf. Playmobil guy is fine, but even some of the food and the pots and stuff aren't bad for a few dollars. You know, you throw this in your, you know, like your furniture collection drawer. I have a collection of everything. So here's some of the food, donuts. Like that would work great in the bar. You know, you throw this in like your. Let's throw the box away because that's the whole point of this video. I don't care about all that. I'm going to unbox all those. Do you have tattoos? No. I wonder if they have a Playmobil character tattoos or they're too like, we're so family friendly, we don't want to have tattoos, that kind of thing. I mean, Playmobil I don't care about. When I was a kid I did share, but they're still a really interesting kind of a world. They're very pricey toys, but they are very sturdy. They do last a long time, so I can appreciate that. But I mean, look, you got a little cool little bowl. So just for the few dollars on that, I got some cool little food stuff I could use. I mean, I hope you all out there realize, who are collectors, is that we're basically building doll houses. We're playing with dolls. So just get over your whole hang up on that. And every time I say that, people get angry with me. And it's like, I mean, I'm talking about miniature food. This is Peely. I wasn't going to unbox him. I'm double thinking it now because I have the entire most of the 7-inch this McFarlane run of Fortnite. I absolutely love it. I don't have this stuff. I don't think I have any of the big vehicles because they're so large. But I have all the characters. They're just so fun. But this guy was kind of hardish to find, and when I found him, I was like, I don't leave things in the box often. Since I'm getting rid of so much, I'll go ahead and leave him in it because he's a little special, and I'm afraid when I unbox him, that's real fragile, and I don't want to break that stuff. So I'll leave him for now. These guys I got for dirt cheap. They were great fun, but I don't really care for them that much. They're not the main characters I wanted from the series. The devil guy, the fish, she comes up out of the water. It has some neat parts to it. I don't know who made these, But I mean, I literally got these for pretty cheap. Undersea Gal. See, that's what I'd want. The Mummy, especially Jack and Sally, of course. I don't know if Jack comes with 0, but that would be fantastic if he did. And it doesn't look like it comes with a bat guy, which is kind of weird. I might leave these guys in the box for now just because I don't really have any use for them, and they don't take up much room. This is another thing that I started going down, is getting these Mega Constructs. Mega Constructs is more like a serious Lego. I like these a lot. I'll probably build them. I used to build them and do little reviews. You can see some of my Mega Constructs reviews on my channel. But if you keep an eye out on like your local grocery store or something, you go through the toy aisle, they'll often have these on sale. And I grabbed some of these just to have the parts. But I mean, it was pretty expensive, so on sale I was happy for it. But the regular price, I was just like, it's pretty ridiculous, the licensing. The Halo stuff is great. I have two or three of these. So I might build this, throw it into a bag, and put it in. I have basically 2 giant bins of built Lego kits that I then bag up with their instructions. So if they fall apart, they're Lego. You can, or Mega Constructs in this case, you can rebuild them. So it's not a big deal if they, you basically crush them to their component pieces and put them in a bag. So those, what I'll do with stuff like that is I'll squish them down, open this, build it once. I probably won't do a review on those just because they're old and I don't really care. And throw those into the Lego bin. This guy I'm doing a review on, so I'm going to wait on that. I have 3 of these. I just love this big dumb design, this big Android design. It's just such a good. These were on sale on GameStop. Keep an eye on GameStop, and they were 3 for 1. So I got 3 of these for basically $7-8 a piece, and they're just a great fig. Really big, intimidating robot. You can see how tall he is, and of course I like robots, so I'll be doing a video on that. So I mean, my wife's got a few things over here. She's got unboxed Barbies and stuff, so that's on her. But overall, I'm gonna get rid of these Amp Suit boxes, Billie Eilish box, Fortnite boxes. What's interesting to me is when you're trying to make space, you have this guy here, for example, but if you unbox him, these go into weapon storage, these go into figure storage, that thing collapsed down to small. I can store 1 or 2 or 3 in a box, right? In like a storage box, but if I have the figures, I can store 10 figures. So if it's something you think is valuable, like these guys, I'll probably keep displayed and stuff, and then when I'm done with them, I'll wrap them, and I'll put them in like a box of dolls and stuff, action figure dolls. Other than that, if you don't care that much about it, if it gets beat up, just get rid of the boxes. I've now cleared what was a box that was about the size of the area you're looking at right now. So I've cleared that. A lot of this will all get recycled. I recycle all my boxes, and if it's a valuable thing, quote unquote, I don't take it out of the box. But I have very few things like that. I'm here to take them out of the box. I enjoy looking at the designs, the engineering, and there you go. But anyway, I made a little space. I'll be posting another review, of course, once a week coming up. I'm getting back into the swing of things, so keep an eye on the channel. Subscribe if you can. And if you stuck it out this far, you get a special gold award. Have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye.